Welcome everyone to a mouth-watering clash between India number 1 Arjun Erigaisi, who's playing at the World Blitz Championships 2025, taking on Javokhir Sindarov. It is the 17th round in the Blitz section, and there you see Daniel Dubov passing by. Arjun is in the sole lead right now in the tournament. He's been playing phenomenal chess here. And there you see a smile on his face as Javokhir Sindarov comes in, and look at that handshake. These two are incredible players. Sindarov in tremendous form recently as he won the FIDE World Cup, played amazing at Freestyle Chess and Global Chess League, and now comes to World Rapid and Blitz. This, dear friends, is the ChessBase 26 recap of the day. Get your ChessBase 26 and power your game to the next level. Sindarov with the white pieces here, getting ready and focuses. Arjun also ready. Handshake. It's 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. Sicilian on the board. Knight to c3. Close Sicilian. Pawn to e6. And Sindarov opens up the position. Gets his queen into the center. Knight to c6 attacking the queen. Queen drops back to e3. A slightly new way of playing the open Sicilian here. Bishop e7 played by Arjun, and the knight comes out, and Arjun pauses because this might be an opening which he is not studied. Usually Arjun is tremendously well prepared in openings, and maybe that's the reason why Sindarov has played that opening where Arjun might not know the intricacies. d5, a very direct move, threatening d4 to win a piece here. Sindarov has to decide how to play this. He also seems to be out of his prep. 2 minutes 50 seconds for Arjun, 2 minutes 45 seconds for Javokhir Sindarov. Maybe taking the pawn is one way you can do it. There's also bishop b5 pinning the knight. He takes the pawn, and Arjun takes it back with the pawn, once again creating the threat of d4. Well, you don't want to move your queen once again. Maybe to f4, not a bad idea, but bishop b5 seems like the most natural move to play. Once the knight is pinned, you can't push d4. This white would simply take it off. And Javokhir already facing some small opening issues as he takes a lot of time here. He plays his queen to f4. Okay, that makes sense. And Arjun brings his knight out. Arjun is like, look, Javokhir, I have my pieces out. I'm going to castle next. What are you doing? You're moving your queen 1, 2, 3 times. That's not normal opening play. Meanwhile, Javokhir Sindarov is like, modern chess is not about principles. It's about more concrete play. I'm going to long castle now, which he does, and place my rook here. Attack your pawn. Arjun defends it. Very complex position, because while black has a clear plan with queen a5, rook c8, bishop b4 or knight b4, maybe pawn push and open up here, white's plan is simple. Put the bishop on d3, knight to g5, queen h4, and he plays it. Bishop to d3. Attack the black king with his pieces. And Arjun now gets his rook to c8. The battle lines are drawn. Arjun has 45 extra seconds. Time will play a huge role here because the complications will be too hard to handle. Sindarov can already play his king to b1. He brings his rook to the center. Not so sure if it's a great move, but Arjun can simply move his queen now to a5. That looks very logical. But Arjun plays bishop to b4. Oof, nice move. Pinning the knight. And now bishop d2 makes some sense because you don't want your queenside pawns to be mangled up. Your king would be too weak on c1. What is Sindarov thinking here? He's down to 1 minute 17 seconds and he's 1 minute lower than Arjun. I think for Sindarov, it's a question between whether bishop takes c3, b takes c3 is acceptable or not acceptable. That's a big question. And so he's taking his time here to assess this position, but it's not an easy decision. I think bishop d2 is the most natural move here, but maybe Sindarov is thinking that I need to be more ambitious than that. But time, Javokhir, time, queen h4. Wow. He takes aim at the h7 square, but isn't that pawn protected? Isn't bishop c3 simply going to ruin the queenside structure? My god, Javokhir has a huge chance here to attack, but Arjun's position looks better. He takes on c3, b takes c3. Sindarov is like, I don't care, Arjun. Queen a5 played. And now, well, if you said A, you must say B. No point in now trying to defend this position, because queen looking here, a rook can open up. For example, if you play king d2, already this is very dangerous, knight e4. So he goes knight g5, h6, takes on e6, fe. And now, boom, a sacrifice for Arjun. Big question time. Do you take on c3, ignore the bishop on h6, or do you take the bishop, opening up the king, with the bishop lined here and the queen entering in and the rook swinging over? My god, this is a lot of pressure. Arjun has 1 minute 40 seconds to work it out. He has the time. Sindarov has 30 seconds. Javokhir, well, he understands human psychology better than many players. He knows this is not going to be easy to defend in blitz. G takes h6, takes the pawn. And now Arjun can give a check. Queen a3 check. And then move his king away from here. But that's so difficult. You want to kind of bring your queen or rook over here. That's what you want to do. But your pawn on e6 is also hanging. Too many questions for Arjun to answer. Also g4, g5, I'm a bit afraid. He goes rook c7. I love this move on the second rank. I think Sindarov has to pick up the pawn on e6. It's a must. And he takes it. Rook e6. He's now attacking the f6 knight. Arjun takes the pawn, defends it here. Rook e3, threatening bishop h7 check and winning the queen. Or, yeah, that's a big threat perhaps. Or rook g3 check is a threat. Too many threats. Arjun gives a check. Where to go with the king? King d2, maybe queen d6, queen drops back. He goes king b1, makes a lot of sense. Another check. He gives a check, king c1. Will Arjun make a draw? He's leading the tournament. He just needs to reach top 4. A draw is a good result, Arjun. Why do you want to risk it? A loss here could make it difficult for you to qualify to top 4 and try for the gold medal. But Arjun is Arjun. He goes rook g7. He wants to play for a win. Rook g3 by Javokhir. He's like, if you take here, I might take with the h-pawn and swing my rook over and try to checkmate you. But taking is not a bad idea, because it takes time to achieve that. Fg or hg, I don't know what he'll recapture with. And Arjun has 27 seconds. Now the time has equalized. Another check. King b1. Be very careful here. How do you want to play this? And he comes back queen e7. And he defends it. Bishop f5. Some threats in the position here. Bishop f5. If you play something, rook f7 he plays. Now bg6 could be an idea. Sindarov goes rook e3. Check. Rook b3. And now queen comes. So there's no bishop e6 because the rook has been deflected. Rook to h3. Threatening a mate. King starts running. What a defense by Arjun with just 15 seconds on the clock. A check. And he must bring the knight back. Knight to g8. Pawn to g4 by Javokhir, defending the bishop here. And now Arjun brings his knight into the game. For a brief second, there's no attack. And Arjun says, well, it's time for me to get my pieces in. Rook to c3. Threatening a check here. Well, it can be blocked with knight c4. Beautiful. If rook takes, there's an intermezzo check. Queen comes back to h4. Tricky, tricky. And he goes queen f6, offering a trade. But Javokhir declines. He defends his rook as well. Rook to c7. Beautiful move here. If you take here, it can't be taken. The rook defends it. And now another move, making space for the king to go to g7. How does Arjun even find such moves with just 5 seconds on the clock? Rook goes back. But now Arjun has 3, 2, rook c6, threatening a check. Rook b3, blocking it. a5, trying to push the rook away. Whoo! Queen d3. And now a4, the rook goes up. How do you checkmate him? Oh, what a beautiful move. Take here, you win the queen because the d1 rook was hanging. Bishop takes. Both players playing insane chess. And now a3, threatening a mate on b2. f4, it's not a mate. Check. King here and queen d2. What a move. If you take, it's a back rank mate. Insane chess. Javokhir Sindarov resigns there. What a game by Arjun Erigaisi. Truly an insane battle, and Javokhir Sindarov, he played as tricky chess as he could, but it required someone with icy nerves like Arjun Erigaisi to push back the attack and play for a win. With this, Arjun cements his lead in the tournament, and Javokhir Sindarov, well, his chances of finishing in top 4 are over here. The all-new ChessBase 26 is the ultimate way of managing your chess databases and becoming a better chess player. ChessBase is a software used by all the best players in the world, and it is the top tool for the best players to work on chess in a professional manner. There are innumerable features that the ChessBase software provides, like saving your games, annotating them, referencing huge databases, learning new openings, similar endgames, tactical patterns, and much more. The all-new ChessBase 26 has an absolutely amazing new feature of building excellent opening reports. You can also now sort games based on them being rapid, blitz, or classical in the reference tab itself. Add to this the Mega Database 2026 and you will not only get more than 11 million games that ChessBase can use as data, but also more than 110,000 annotated games by masters. Get your ChessBase 26 and Mega 2026 now. The link is in the description.